Turn around.
Alright, well, before we start, let's all stand up. Stand up.
Stretch?
We are going to stretch.
Yeah.
So we put our hands up.
Hands in
do
the
the
air.
stretch.
Hands in
Try
the
and
air.
touch the ceiling.
Oh, the
Okay.
ceiling. Yeah,
You're
go.
gonna-
I
you're
see
gonna-
Betty.
I can see yours too. We're going to go to the right.
Lean to the
We're
right,
going to go to the left.
to the left.
So we're going to go up. We're going to wiggle. Wiggle and stretch, and we're gonna go forward, still wiggling, and we're gonna put our feet together, and we're gonna try and touch our toes. And you're gonna roll up. Just to get us loose and stretched out.
Warm up your Lego building muscles, by the way, folks.
You can do some wrist stretches too. You can take your wrist and bend it like this, really get your wrist stretched.
You will need your wrists for this Bible study, my folks.
And you can switch.
Switch that out. Very good. You guys looking good. You guys looking good.
Easy, Bill.
Yeah, don't overexert yourself.
Don't
You gotta
stretch too much.
Yes.
Should be easy.
Warm up. Warm up.
Fabulous. All right. Now we're warmed up.
Very good.
I'm gonna
How many
start.
laps are we jumping around?
Not yet. Do that as part of your cool down. But first of all, welcome to tonight's Lego Bible study / dinner discussion. Because I want you guys to talk, and then I want you guys to build. So I'm Chris,
I'm Tony.
and it's a pleasure to have you all tonight. Wanted to show you a few of the little props that I have here. As you may know, I have a Lego City. And part of the nice thing about Lego City is you get to build all sorts of nice neat things. So when you're all done, you can come and see this little church that I have. This has been in my collection since the 1990s. And so we have a little graveyard here on the side, an administration building, and of course, a drive-through confession. I was a rebel when I was a teenager. I know, very funny. But part of that was making a little parody of things, and there you are. Drive-through confession. You drive up to the little talker thing, you say your sins, you drive up to the window, and that's where you get your absolution. So that was kind of my little satire on society back then. Of course, Lego has an Advent calendar, so we're on the second day of Advent, I believe, so we opened up a little boy with a letter to Santa, and of course the mailbox is going to open it in. So every day we're going to open a new thing for Advent. And of course, many of you were around this spring when I got the brick Bible blessed by a priest, by Father Brian, thank God. So you can come take a look at that afterwards. And of course we do have, my Bible comes with a big poster. Isn't that awesome? So, yes. Well, why don't you guys sit down, relax, enjoy yourselves. And let's start with lesson number 1.
So we're going to be talking about foundations. I'm going to read a passage real quick, and then we're going to discuss, and we have a Lego activity that goes with it. So to start, according to the grace of God given to me, like a wise master builder, I laid a foundation, and another is building upon it. But each one must be careful how he builds upon it. For no one can lay a foundation other than the one that is there, namely Jesus Christ. If anyone builds on this foundation with gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, or straw, the works of each will come to light, for the day will disclose it. It will be revealed with fire, and the fire itself will test the quality of each one's work. If the work stands that someone built upon the foundation, that person will receive a wage. But if someone's work is burned up, that one will suffer loss. The person will be saved, but only as through fire. Do you not know that you are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwells in you? If anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy that person. For the temple of God, which are you, is holy.
Very interesting thought. Very, very interesting thought. So, we're taking this theme of a foundation, and take a second to gather yourselves, and let's start talking, shall we? First question. What do you see as a foundation for your spirituality?
And anyone can answer.
Anyone can answer. Very good. Family is a good choice, because what does family do? Well, they're around all the time, and you have good people around. They really shape your life, and they really change your outlook. If something's missing, well, there you go. So, very good choice with family. I'll add community, because for me, growing up where I grew up in a very positive sort of community where anything and everything I attempted, there was a push of you can do it, here's how you do it. And in my time and in my travels to various places around the world, you know, when you tell a child yes, they go. If you tell a child no, they'll listen. And if you tell a child no, that's when you kind of limit things for them. And so they really, a community will shape where you go with things. Yours?
The church.
Church, very good. Explain this, explain a little more. How?
Well, we have the catechism and all of the wisdom that's been accumulated through the tradition of the church that we can learn from, and our church family. I know we mentioned family and community, so all of that together.
All right, you grab my second question. How can you personally build on your foundation? That's a tough question.
It's a tough question. So how can you reinforce your foundation? Or make it stronger or more sturdy?
I guess I think of my spirituality as like a relationship. So because Jesus is the foundation, it really seems to be interesting to me that the word strengthening can both be applied to both foundation and relationships.
Interesting. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Anybody want to respond? So profound, you silence the audience or the congregation.
I don't know what's the
Yes.
order of it.
Any word like introspection, quiet time working on yourself, and prayer.
Yeah, you can do that too. You definitely can do that. Well, let me ask you this. Last question before we break out the Legos and start playing.
Such joy.
I've already done it.
Yeah, yes, somebody's already cheated. What shakes the foundation? What in our lives shakes a foundation? That foundation that you lean on. Temptations, marketing. I'm just trying to spark your ideas here.
And
Sin, greed, those are like cracks in our foundation.
tragedy.
Tragedy.
Yes. That'll shake your foundation, get you off center. Apathy. You ever thought about that? Apathy? Who cares? Why care? That'll shake you up. Yeah, that can. That can shake your foundation. You're definitely right about that. Anyway, any other thoughts? Or do we just want to go and do exercise?
So one more thought about foundations.
Yes.
We need to make sure that we all have solid foundations. Let's make sure that we're working towards keeping it solid, because there's a big difference between a foundation made of stone and a foundation made of sand. A foundation made of sand, when the rain comes, it's going to wash whatever building you put on it away. You have a solid foundation, no cracks, filled, and it's complete and whole. And you build something on that, that's going to stay there. That's going to hold. So let's work on not having a sandy foundation.
That's a very good point, actually. I don't want to second that. No, I think that's it's kind of a profound point, is in your life, spiritually, emotionally, family-wise, everything, you want to build solid foundations. Solid foundations are what really builds a life in a sense, because, you know, people can withstand challenging things when they build a solid foundation, in a sense. And that's like the exact, if I thought I did a toast about solid foundation at my sister's wedding, but it's very, I like it. It was very good.
But so when tragedy happens or something bad, that stone foundation is going to stay there, and so it's not going anywhere. You know, we all go through hard things, but we have that support, that solid foundation, and we'll be fine. We'll keep on going.
You want to keep building it too.
You
Keep
keep
building
building
it over the course of your life.
Yes, because things weather, things wear out, things age.
You know, takes faith to, you know, have faith in that foundation that it will respond.
Exactly. Exactly. So we have that. So yeah, shall we do some exercise? Some building
Yeah.
exercise.
I just want to say one thing. Tony's
Yes.
like a genius. And Chris too. So,
I'm just a sidekick.
huh?
Your house down.
Yes. Well, we're talking about foundations here, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by building a foundation. So what you guys need to do is dig into some Legos here. You don't necessarily have to have a base plate in order to... You don't necessarily need a base plate in order to get things done. If you have to work in pairs or threes or whatever, go right ahead. But you want to do a foundation. So basically build the best foundation possible for an exercise later on in this
So just build a foundation, and then later on we'll build one.
Feel free to talk yourself through the foundation building. I opened three, I gave you some good bricks.
He knew what that book was.
Yeah, just don't eat the Legos, they don't taste good. Trust me, I tasted them.
I was gonna say, Gino, the
They
Blueberry.
don't taste good, how come I don't?
Hopefully you've watched them since then, right?
Ew, what is that? That's not gum, is it? Or really?
I make it. I'm excited. Yeah, 6 weeks, and yeah, there'll be lots of opportunities. to explore.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, no, it was just us two growing up. We had dolls.
The
Very clear.
And a rose according to
Well, the wedding. Yeah. Great.
That's exciting.
Just like the wedding coordinators, wedding coordinators, you know, like the social part, you know, like the hall and the coordinator.
Oh.
That makes me so excited.
That's what's wonderful about it.
Yeah, I now have 2 doors.
I didn't know that you could use the building things. Yeah.
I
Safe
really
road.
like this is fun.
These are windshields for cars.
But
And these are
it is really close
tools
to
you
the
can
house,
pop out.
which is nice.
Yeah, like I said, we have buttons.
If I find anything else,
Is that the same round as well as that?
I don't think so.
I told you we should.
You need to.
No, I told you we had to. I applied to make a donation to the.
I think you thought you would.
Give me about 3 more minutes. Because you've had to be here all night, believe me, I saw it in the wee hours of the morning. Whenever I build the Legos.
Is everybody going to the Christmas party on Saturday?
Sure.
7 at Youth Apostles House?
True, and that's what that is. So,
Anyway, depending on what your last name starts with, your last events.
You may become a youth apostle. It's hard to say, but maybe, you know, he's a youth apostle, whatever that is. Michael Bowman. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
But he's not, it's not like that. He's not like, hasn't been making vows or anything.
Did he tell you guys that night that he requested the Clemson College being real? Is that what he told you?
What?
When he asked you about a building?
I think he did, but I asked him like, yeah, he said he was a youth apostle, but he hasn't taken any like vows or anything. He's just a member, I guess, associate or something. There are different types of members, some of them I think take certain vows, or not vows, like they, you know. I like Lord's Day.
All right. Got my foundation.
All right, let's take a look at some foundations here.
Light, medium, or dark?
I actually like a mauve shade on the foundation.
So.
It took you that long?
I wasn't even I wasn't really listening, and I was like, oh.
It is quite a foundation.
No, it's like art and
Do you even have plants in your foundation?
It's like Frank Lloyd Wright, it's like Frank Lloyd Wright. It's called the Home Lady House.
Call it the Dubé House.
Foundation, you know, like.
Call it falling plants. Very good. Oh, we have foundations. Look at that. That's definitely working. All right.
You probably
Yeah, I always wonder if she's like,
You know.
All right.
hopefully she'll do that.
Let's preach a little godliness and holiness from the Lego Bible.
You have it. All yours.
Okay, I got this.
The meeting's starting, yeah.
It's very serious.
All right, guys, let's reconvene
Very.
for the second lesson.
Oh, that's very serious situation.
Now, friends, you're going to watch me preach from the Bible today. It's is going to be preaching from the Lego Bible. This is only a Bible made for me, I guess, the Lego Bible. So you're going to be hearing a little bit from some passages, but they're going to be excerpted from around the Bible. So we're going to give you the highlights. How many people here know about this guy named Noah? You don't know about him? Oh, I see.
I do, sorry.
Very good. Yes, he built something. I'll show you the poster here shortly of what he built. But let's see. Now God looked at the earth, and it was corrupted. For all fleshy beings, that means us, had become corrupt, and the earth was full of injustice. And he regretted having made humankind on earth, and it pained his heart. And Yahweh said, I will wipe out humankind from the face of the earth, humans, animals, creatures, and birds, for I regret having made them. But Noah found favor in God's eyes, in Yahweh's eyes. He was just a man, and first among his generation. He walked with God. God said to Noah, I am about to bring waters to flood the earth and destroy every living creature under the heavens. Everything on the earth will die. I will send rain for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe up every living thing from the face of this earth. But I will make my pact with you. Make yourself an ark, built for water. Noah did all that God commanded him to do. God said, here's how long you should make it. 450 feet long, 75 feet wide. Make it 45 feet high with a lower, middle, and upper deck. Make the roof extending to 18 inches above the sides and put a door on the side. You'll bring into the ark 2 of every creature, of living type, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of livestock, 2 of every kind of bird, and 2 of every kind of creature that moves on the ground. And pairs of clean and unclean animals entered the ark. Yahweh said to Noah, come into the ark, you and all your family. And Noah entered the ark with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives. And Yahweh shut the door. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, of all the fountains of the great deep burst forth. The windows of heaven were opened, and the rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights. The waters rose and gently increased on earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. And the waters increased more and more. All the high mountains were covered. The waters rose 20 feet above the mountains. And all the living things on earth died. The birds, livestock, wild animals, and all the swarming creatures that swarm on the earth. All humankind. Yahweh wiped out every living thing on the face of the earth. Human and animal, creatures that move along the ground, and the birds of the sky. Everything on dry land and with the breath of life in its nostrils died. And the waters dominated the earth for 150 days. And God remembered Noah and all the living things that were with him on the ark. The waters gradually receded from the earth, and the ark came to rest on the mountain of Ararat. God said to Noah, come out of the ark. And Noah went out along with his sons, his wife, his sons' wives, and every living thing. So there you go. For those of you that forgot the Noah story, that's how it went. And he ended up building this nice little thing right here called Noah's Ark, right? Y'all remember that? Yes, that's portrayed by Legos.
Awesome.
Yes. It's the poster that comes with the Lego Bible.
Very
It's
cool.
blessed, too. It's
That
a
is
study
pretty
aid.
nice.
It's helping you all study, so.
So some discussion questions we can think about is, think about how devoted Noah had to be for he was the only family spared. And, let's think about why that is. Or is that bring up any thoughts and discussion? And anyone? Mary Teresa?
You're intelligent. Say something brilliant.
If no one's going to raise their hand, I'm just going to call on people. So, Mary Teresa,
Sounds
do you have any thoughts?
She was thinking about tofu turkey.
Obviously. About how Noah must have been very devoted because God spared him and his family and entrusted Noah, a mortal man, with a pretty big task. And do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, because he remained faithful to God, he will remain faithful to you. Your faith will see you through the end.
Well, I mean, you will be delegated some huge tasks, just like God delegated Noah the whole task of building that ark. I mean,
But I meant sparing his life as well, his family.
yes.
And not only his family, but his son's family.
That's what the families.
Okay, I didn't hear you say family.
What Chris was getting at is, if, much is given, much is expected. So no one's given, he gave his all to God. So God brought him in for the task.
And that brings up something else, that sometimes we all have tasks to do, or things to build, not necessarily
Well,
an
I've got
ark.
things to build.
Not necessarily, we don't all have Legos.
Mm.
Not necessarily an ark, but we all have kind of a mission or a journey that we're on. And they're small, they may not be as big as building an ark, but they're small little tasks that take us along. And some are bigger than others, but there's still things that we're building. And it goes back to that foundation, as we're building up that foundation. And as we get older, we get taller, and this is all building towards something, because we're building. So it's just something to think about.
Yeah, the sum of your experiences makes up where you are now. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. I guess I'll put it to you this way. I'm just trying to recall, like when I was called to do something. Oh yes. Like when I was called to do this ministry, this young adult ministry, that wasn't necessarily something I was going and begging for, because frankly, I had enough to do. But, with the experiences in my life where I'm running meetings, where I'm part of meetings, where I'm doing conference calls, where I'm delegating stuff, some of the other leaders were like, we need somebody who can do that sort of stuff, so that's why they called me. And they called me and I was like, well, you know what? I'll do it for you guys because I love you guys that much. And so that's kind of one of those things where you're tapped. It's not necessarily in this haughty leadership sort of way, but maybe it's about something within your family, something with your friends. You're hanging out and there's a friend who is really depressed, or there's a friend who's really hurt about something or really confused about something, and you just happen to be right there. Guess what? That's the God calling on you to build something. You're supposed to build a solution. You're supposed to build their confidence. You're supposed to, build them up. You have been called to build it. So, this connecting with you guys? Or do you all want to play with Legos? Well,
Our next activity.
yeah, our next activity is what we're going to do is we're going to add a little twist. So Tony and I are going to play God for a few minutes. This is the closest we're ever going to play God. We're going to tell you to add something to your Lego foundations because guess what? We want you to get the real Noah experience, right? You like a little Noah experience? So we'll give you about 5 minutes to reconstruct something once Tony and I figure out what to call it. So let's just grab a student and let's just tell them what to build,
All right.
Yeah. Nick, I think you need some wheels on that thing, so I think you need to figure out a way to make that move.
No.
Yeah, so I'm calling you to put some wheels on the thing.
You need to stop texting us, Christie.
Oh, I had a little,
From bed.
yeah.
All right, well, for you, Mary
I will
Teresa,
bring them.
I think you need to build a telephone booth
Then
for
we're
going back to your foundation. Telephone booth. That's
See,
your
I think
foundation.
what we should do is, okay, I'm planning on it, I know.
For a new one.
Wait what you had,
At the same size.
instead of some wheels. Oh my God, you got a plan.
Wow.
These are wheels. Let's see these wheels.
How about a rotor on top, like a helicopter rotor? Something that simulates.
Telephone booth. I'm dead
Something
serious.
like that. You've got the helicopter rotor. Feel free to raise the other side.
Yeah, you shouldn't be texting while.
Nobody gave you the idea, right?
All right, Catherine, I need you to stick like an arm that goes like 12 blocks out while keeping that thing balanced. I know, I'm being ridiculous.
And Anna, I think you need an archway. A nice arch.
All right, well, you got some doors. Okay, you got some doors and wheels. I think you need to put a shrub somewhere on the bottom next to the wheel and make it attach. You're gonna have to be a little creative with it, but I think you need like a plant, something that looks like a plant.
Like the plan.
And then attach it while making the thing wheel. Well, yeah.
Don't take our bricks.
Big
And
game
then-
of ball. No, just wait. There's no
Yeah.
wheels over there. So
We'll
that's-
give you a few minutes.
You don't have any what? There's little wheels here.
You need those wheels? No.
I need this wheel.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Do you have kind of that one? You need the small one?
Yeah, we find those wheels in there.
Yeah, I need.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Fine.
might try. I'm breaking everything. My window fell off. Alright, what do I need on this plant to cancel this? There we go. No, it doesn't. Just kidding. Ow.
It's got like the 4 holes on the bottom.
Mary?
You need to go to Paul then.
Mary is
Rotate it.
Oh, very good.
Now, what is it called, bed of the Russian? That's something I can't observe. so-
Hard to say.
Or almost there.
Such a rat.
Not calling that. Very good.
Where's your?
Remember, all your comments are caught on camera
Oh, give me the
for Kirsty to see.
Talk about that. I don't think you're supposed to.
right through the wheels.
Very good. You guys think you do anything else then? Up to you, what? Sure, and you always have, wow. You've heard of this, right? I've heard of it.
There we go.
There's this guy, she said that this guy who does them, he's like a top guy in the diocese. She's a little zany. So, did she say this priest was kind of zany, the guy doing the million mass?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Spend on it.
He's known for kind of being eccentric. I'm just trying to imagine.
That's pretty.
Is he the one right with him? No, there's somebody else that's one right with
Okay.
My goodness, you put a chassis on a Duplo?
him. Collapse.
Sounds like the wrong foundation.
Here's what you got.
Oh, you're ready to me? I don't know how you do this.
Yeah, very careful. I'll tell you. See, the thing about Duplo
Let's see how the wheels
is
are
that,
down.
that's all right. Here's what you do. I'm gonna put one of these under here because one Duplo block is one of those 4 things.
Oh, there we go. If I put one in the top over there. will be.
Yeah, so that's a building like
It's like
that.
just a bunch of windows.
Actually, this one's here, but I don't have two wheels, so this goes over.
Well, we'll just make it a wheelbarrow.
You could.
Go up here.
You crawl up here?
You
You
go up
have
there.
to crawl?
No, you go up to the ramp, so
Okay.
it's
It's
accessible.
not a wheel.
Is handicap accessible?
Yeah.
No, no,
So you do
we're
not-
gonna put the wheels in here.
That's your wheel.
And here.
Somewhere else.
And
You
you go.
put
Yeah, one more wheel.
Your feet
Okay.
through here?
It's kind of moves.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll balance it on these things.
And then you kind of sit,
How do you
it's like a
even
desk.
open that
That's
right?
where the phone is. I know, this is a weird phone. I mean, to me, it looks like it's a window.
Watch this, it's coming your way. It's gonna fall apart.
Yes.
There you go, look at the telling, remember? I have a tower sitting at home, maybe you've seen it. It survived the earthquake.
There we go, it's like a trailer.
Ladders, guess what, the metro
There
station,
you go.
that stuff collapsed. Remember, tell Lauren, there are a whole bunch of ceiling panels that fell down. My Lego tower withstood that like great beauty.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I think you died for
Yeah, we're getting signal up there.
Let's go for another 2 minutes before we do our final lesson. And Melita, the last exercise is going to be very fun. But we're going to do a few things to make it real interesting.
Oh, nice.
catering menus. All of this stuff. Start
Yes.
figuring out the vehicle.
Other than,
All right, we have about another minute to go.
There's only so many. Anyway, sorry.
We got another minute here.
you do? Oh. Where do you live? Oh, you do? Okay, then. You speak Spanish?
Just protected.
All right, guys,
Cool.
let's go for our final lesson, shall we?
Really?
Let's go for it. All right, Tony, let us begin our final lesson for tonight.
So, we've got one more passage, and we're going to discuss it. We got a pretty fun activity after. So, this is from Genesis. The Tower of Babel. The whole world spoke the same language, using the same words. While men were migrating in the east, they came upon a valley in the land of Shinar, and settled there. They said to one another, "Come, let us mold bricks and harden them with fire." They used the bricks for stone and the bitumen for mortar. Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the sky, and so make a name for ourselves. Otherwise we shall be scattered all over the earth." So what does that kind of mean to you guys? That's a bunch of people coming together and, working towards building a city. There's a bunch of people with a common tongue, really working towards building, shelter for each other. So kind of how do we, what are some ways that we do that we come together? Nick?
Or if we say in law school,
Pencil
Mr.
fall in front of
Dubay.
you.
How do we come together to help build something?
We come together in families, we come together in friendship groups, we come together in all kinds kinds of different ways to accomplish things. That are my answer.
Does anyone else have any other examples or?
Like the lamp center on Saturday, we came together to do a service project, so accomplished something. An example. Teamwork.
Or other things like the chorus coming together, adding, or the
I
choir
custom made that for you.
coming together, adding something to, you know, everyone's spiritual experience at church. You know, because wouldn't it be kind of boring if we just went in there and just sat and listened to someone talk?
Passively participated in the mass instead of actively participated, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, who can tell me the one thing that happened while everybody was building the Tower of Babel, the ultimate Tower of Babel?
Languages were invented.
We started speaking differently. Yes, we lost the ability to communicate with each other, right? And what happened after that? They give up and walk away? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they did. They did. So they stopped building the Tower of Babel. It took a while for them to figure out how to build other towers. But here's the whole point: we build towers eventually, right?
The whole point is they eventually came back together.
Yes.
The humanity came back together eventually.
Building themselves versus not building each other. But we're concerned about
There you go. Good point. Did everybody hear that point?
Repeat that?
Turn around here and speak to the crowds.
And I was saying, well, why did God confuse their language in the first place? They were building themselves up. They weren't building the whole community up. They were building themselves up in a rebellion against God. So that's why
So,
To add on to that,
yes, please,
in a
please.
Bible study, they were talking about the Tower of Babel being similar to Noah's Ark, where there was two communities. There was like a good community and bad. But just that they were trying to make a name for themselves when, through like kind of God's community, I think it was Shem's name means name, basically. And so there was community that God had given a name to, but these were the people who were trying to give a name to themselves. So they were trying to build things apart from God.
Very good. Let's,
So does anyone else have anything to add?
or shall we do the next exercise?
Exercise.
Exercise, all right, very good. You guys, hands.
Blindfold.
What's up? Blindfold time?
What's going on?
I heard blindfold. What do you have in mind? I don't know if I want to know.
ways to communicate with each other so that they can understand without a lot of.
You can, you can. Huh?
So do you think that
You don't want
sometimes we need to give ourselves up to, that God could use different means, to, I don't know, humble us?
Sure. Sure, I mean, here's the thing, we get all sorts of tools and we don't know how to use them properly. Guess what happens? We start misusing them, right? Right, folks? Yes. So you want to always read your user manuals, correct? This is why I read my user manual with pictures, because the Word version is too boring for me, right? Yes. Well, without further ado, let's do the final exercise. Who here remembers remembers what this study that we did was about?
Building a proper foundation.
That was 2 lessons ago. This lesson, remember? The tower, yes. So guess what we're all gonna build?
Tower.
We're gonna build a tower.
You sound so excited.
Don't spoil it.
Tower.
Sorry, I'll keep going.
Yes.
I'm off.
So of course, remember the winner is the person with the highest tower. What's that strange look for?
There's a winner.
Figuratively. Think about that. Figuratively. And yes. So start building your towers, please.
How odd, I'm already building it out.
Well, very well. Your tower battle's getting on going here. Very good. So start building your towers.
Tower what?
Just build up. Build it all the way up.
What's the prize?
The prize is a pat on the back and a nice handshake.
Oh my.
Yeah, you get it.
It's more than I ever did at work, so yes.
And you get my extra prayers when you die and go into heaven. So you get a free prayer from Chris.
That's why
So you're assuming
killed
Everyone
Creed
look
is killed
above
Creed.
Yeah, so remember in order to redeem that,
I was
you
like
need
to my
to
dad
email
one
me
time,
in
Dad, I
about
prayed
40
for years.
years,
Oh,
50
I
years, or
guess.
whatever, so.
Years. Good.
how about you pray for me during lunch?
Yeah,
Sure, yeah, I can do that, yeah.
that's what we needed.
First up, we won the tower.
Yes, after
Chris
the
is
tower
predicting that
competition.
exactly at 73.
Oh, is this something you did when you were a kid?
What's up? No. Oh, it's a traffic light, yeah, if you want to put a traffic light on. Yes, you got it. Give you all 10 minutes to build because towers need to be high.
Like it on kind
Learning at the
Yeah,
similar
we
thing.
gotta put that on top. Yep.
of mix it up.
I never played with Lego before.
You've never played before?
All right, Jimmer.
I grew up with dolls, not Legos.
Not even with school.
No, I didn't play. I don't know. I don't remember playing with Legos. It's my first time.
Yeah, it
Do
is.
you like take your Legos together?
No, I didn't tape my Legos together. I was not one of those tapers. I would tape things on the Legos to kind of decorate them with like my own corporate logos.
You had corporate.
I made up my own corporation.
You know,
I
most
was
people
so
do like,
happy when you talk about Legos.
you know, most people do like spaceships and race cars.
Well, you know what I did? I made a courthouse, and you know how the courthouse has a very cool thing on the top about justice. You want to know what I put on top of my courthouse?
What?
There's a Forrest Gump book. Stupid is, the stupid does. That was on top of the courthouse.
Sounds like you got a lot of justice done there.
Oh, we sure did get a lot of justice done there. It was a good time. Very good time.
Are you gluing your Legos?
No, I do not glue my Legos.
I don't think we
No.
have as many to play with as you do.
Yeah, no way, no how. We do not glue our Legos.
5 minutes. Or more like 7.
I got really nice antenna.
I know, that's what it is. Like it's a map.
That's not fair.
Isn't this one yours?
That's mine, but I've rebuilt.
Yes.
This is like.
You should not count the antenna for the height.
You should.
It's not
This
fair.
is for the world.
There's a good foundation here.
Yeah, but I really need foundation. I have two foundations.
You're cheating.
I disagree. Oh, it's over. It looks like
I feel like if I don't make a really, really high tower, then it'll prove good. And I'll feel like my engineering degree was a waste.
All that money spent and no engineering.
And I can't even do the Lego now.
It all comes down to this.
I do not.
What's your
What?
Since we have
I went
about
to Florida.
5 minutes left in the episode, you know what
Much better
happened?
weather than
You know our old building tower?
Although,
Guess what?
I think I was lucky that there was absolutely no hurricane.
I'm playing the role of God again.
In fact, I came home and the
Guess what happens, guys? We can't talk with each other. We have to build in silence for 5 minutes.
Huh?
We have to build in silence for 5 minutes. Because that's part of the tower episode, right? It's part of the tower episode. We're going to build in silence for 5 minutes.
Next one in the box.
Oh,
All right.
You guys gotta play out the file silently.
Good idea. Copy. Oh.
And as we see here, God is installing humility into Anna as he made her tower collapse.
God is demonstrating.
God has more fun with Legos than with real things. Trust me. I should have caught that on camera, by the way.
I don't know, wasn't that bad. Wow. It always works out. Don't worry.
Wow, that's a neener. It's gonna collapse. It's gonna. Look at that. And God has instilled humility upon somebody else in the room. Believe me, God has more fun with Legos than with real things.
But real things are like Legos to God.
Yeah, that's the truth. Ain't that the truth? Oh my God. There goes God again. Installing some humility.
I have something to add to that when I'm able to speak. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd say about maybe 3 minutes. These are beautiful angles, by the way. Good 16 grade.
Don't mess with me. Yeah, I never played with these before.
So what about it?
And now your fellow competitors are trying. Oh my God.
Reinforce this foundation. There we go.
And see, the people who speak languages against one another, well, they start destroying each other. Don't you know that? That whole men are from Mars, women are from Venus deal? Ain't that the truth? Hey, hey, I'm admitting I'm from another planet. You should admit you're from another planet too. We're all from another planet. But this is getting off the whole God, Jesus, Bible talk. Wow. That actually looks, that looks pretty good. I'll give it one more minute, guys. Why don't you wrap up your beautiful creations? I see you have a guy's pants just holding up the top end of the tower. Wow. I have to say, I've done that quite a few times too, so. Yes. A definite you go girl on that one.
You go, girl. I just found them and thought, this tower needs.
I like it. We'll zoom in on the creation here.
This tower needs
The tower needs pants. And guess what? There are the pants. Nice.
Somebody else's tower.
Nice pants.
This tower needs pants.
All right.
Now we have to show off our towers.
Yes.
Cake war style, we have to pick our towers up and line up here, and we'll get a picture of
Yes.
everyone in their tower.
So who wants to carry their tower over to the big display?
So everyone's got to carry their tower.
God always installs humility, right?
Very nice tower.
Be nice, dear. Yeah, why don't we move the tower over next to the church, shall we?
So we can. So you can put your towers by the church.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, there we go. Oh, your tower has a woman on top. Very nice. Oh, it's you. I never knew you had a tropical tree shirt. Very good. There we go. Almost like the Portlandia statue in Portland, Oregon.
really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. You got yourself a little veranda down there.
I was told to put arches, remember?
Yes, you were. And you have stayed true and fundamental to your direction.
I have a door.
Hey, nothing wrong with the door. You got to open the door.
There.
All right.
Fell apart many times.
So
Catherine?
now we can all. I can take
Bring yours
everyone's
over here.
picture, and we can stand behind the towers, and we can get a group shot.
Is that a swing? Or like a jumping bean?
Make your life so busy.
Yeah, but I mean, I just couldn't. It was like instant. Like, oh, it got twice as tall.
Could you repeat your comment for the camera again, please? Because that was a pretty good comment.
So one more take.
Really? Do I have to speak? Okay. Brittany, you want to say one?
You're not.
Come on.
When her block fell down, she then decided to rebuild it, and she did it singly this time, and therefore got taller a lot faster. And in life, that means
Twice
what?
as tall. Well, before finishing that statement,
You're not on camera.
oh, I'm not, okay. How when you think everything crumbles, thank you, everything crumbles in life, God uses it for good, because it was double, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, it instantly got taller. So then the moral of the story is that the bad things that happen in life are actually for good, and you build twice as
And see, there you are.
faster.
You even put a statue of yourself on top.
Yes.
Very good.
Good summary.
Yes. And that's right. You can, of course, stop by the church right in here and take a look inside. Yep. Can't see inside, but that's all right.
What is inside?
It's just pews and an altar and a pulpit. Yeah.
You can come here to the drive-through.
Drive-through confession right here.
So cute.
Say your sins to this little thing right here anonymously, and then you drive up here to the window to get your absolution. All right? All the oils and all that fun stuff. There you go. That's your drive-through confession. So,
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
no,
And absolve me.
well, you did that kind of backwards, but that's all right. If you like the face-to-face confession, then you know what, that works too. Because let's face it, that's pretty honest. So, very good. Well then, shall we call this a night?
Calling it a night.
Call it a night. Good job, guys. And of course, there's the diocese-wide young adult party on Saturday night.
Will there be Legos?
I mean,
Will there be Legos?
Oh, I thought you said like.
if there is any popular demand,
BYOL.
file.